20 of the most famous quotes about neuro-linguistic programming. Beliefs determine actions. Actions determine the results you achieve, and results determine the beliefs you create. What I do is help people develop the belief that they're great people. Because when you start believing that, you also start acting on it, and that's when you start to reap fantastic results. Problems are non-existent in the absence of the human beings to whom they are connected. They have no existence of their own in the universe. They exist only in our perceptions and in our making sense of things. As a rule, people tend to underestimate man's need to stop from time to time to smell the flowers that grow along all their energy. All their projects are aimed at achieving the result, so there is no room left for the path. Life should be lived as a process, and not as a sequence of material results. If you believe with every fiber of your being that there is a way, you will probably find it. Other people are constantly implanting beliefs in us that we end up believing. These are the limitations that have been imposed on you. True spirituality is realizing that when you vibrate with true joy, the people around you begin to do the same. A typical Western saying is, "I'll believe it when I see it." We should consider rephrasing it in these terms, "I'll see it when I believe it." It would be much more accurate and take into account the fact that the human brain likes images. In fact, as far as we know, it can only make sense of the world through images. You can't convince people that what they're experiencing isn't the truth. They're trapped in it because they perceive it as real. You pay very little attention to what the person says he is doing and very much attention to what he does. People add or subtract information to create their own models of the world based on their own filters. These people do. You're stuck. Humor is the quickest way to reverse this process. If you can laugh at something, you can change it. I believe that success is one of the most dangerous human experiences, especially if success comes in the early stages of one's career, as later on one tends to be superstitious and repetitive. The poorest of strategies is always better than no strategy at all. You can learn to look at the same episode of your personal history with different eyes. Because the truth is that it is not the events of life that make you who you are, but the way you deal with them. When people refuse to accept the fact that reality can actually be more complex and varied, then there is no room for improvement. The meaning of any communication is not what we think it means, it is the reaction it provokes. The verbal component is the least interesting and least decisive part of communication. People always make the best choice they are capable of at that moment. This means that a person always chooses the option that seems best to them at that moment. Optimists are simply those who look to the future with longing, the kind of people who wake up in the morning thinking, "I wonder how I'm going to enjoy this day."